Okay, so just a few ideas to guide you through the piece. First thing, starts with a 4-bar intro, right? So A minor, going to G, going to E minor, going to A minor. So really just, despite the simplistic notation, just let all the notes ring out. So you can see I'm just holding down all those notes there, and so you just want that to ring out. Just gonna refocus the camera here. So you just want all those notes to just ring out the whole time. So hold those fingers down. When the melody starts, the first thing I'd recommend you do is just play the melody on its own. It's the notes that are with stems going up, if you're looking at the notation, or it's the recognizable line. You know the musical line. So you just go through the piece like that and make sure you can phrase that melody the way that you would sing it, right? If you know the song from just because it's a folk song, then great. Or you can pick up one of the popular recordings of it, such as like Simon and Garfunkel. But the idea is that you would play that melody. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? You would sing it in the way that you would play it in the way that you would sing it. So starts off kind of soft, then grows, then arches to here, and you kind of taper it off at the end there. So phrase the melody and learn to play the melody on its own. Then when you add it together, you'll see pretty clearly what I've done. I've just added like an A minor chord here, still A minor, G major, A minor, C, A minor, so I've just combined that melody with some simple chords, and we'll talk about that one that's up here. So I'll go slowly through the piece. So starting at bar 5, where the melody begins, make sure you start with 3. Here, just make sure you're holding the C down with the 3rd finger. That way it can ring out, and then you're going to get that melody note with the 4th finger, and then slide it up to the 5th fret. Grab the C on the 3rd string, so that's the 3rd string at the 5th fret. That way you don't have to do some crazy reach. That's really easy to do, and it's a nice easy shift, so I still consider it a very easy arrangement. And then on these open strings, shift down to your D shape and continue. Then here you just have to jump back up. Same trick, 4th finger on the A, 3rd finger on the 3rd string at the 5th fret. There, you just slide that 4th finger down. It's a nice easy slide. Just keep your finger on the string and just slide it down. Just make sure that as you come down, get the third finger ready. So you have to release that G just a little bit early. That's it. I think the rest of the piece is nice and easy. The chord outro is pretty much the same as the chord intro. You're going through it, G major, just do a rit, which means slowing down, A minor. That squiggly line is just a strum from the bottom strings to the higher strings. So in terms of left-hand fingering, I think that covers it. In terms of right-hand fingering, it depends what kind of player you are. In the classical world, we utilize all these fingers, like the thumb, which is P, and then the index finger I, middle finger M, angular finger A. So I would be doing, in the intro, thumb, I, M, A, M, I. It's kind of like you have one finger attached to each of the notes in the chord. So thumb, I, M, A, M, I. When the melody starts, you can start breaking it up. So I go M with the thumb and get that E with the I finger. So that those accompaniment voices are just like this, thumb, I, thumb, I. So M, I, thumb, I, M, A, because it's a reach outward, A, M. So you're gonna always alternate fingers. So on that melody note, make sure you don't repeat a finger, but use multiple fingers. So I'm using A and then M. Da da ba ba. With the thumb actually, so A M. And then A M thumb I A M I M I M I M I thumb I M I thumb thumb. So you can see I'm just alternating fingers at all times. So the accompaniment voice is usually thumb I, and the melody note is usually A or M. And then when there's notes next to each other, such as bar 6, you have to alternate the fingers. So you'll go like A, M. You're just going to do that through the whole piece. When the accompaniment comes back, you might, like at bar 12, you might do thumb and A, followed by I, M, A, M, I. So you're just going back to that. Coming from bar 13, here are A, I, A, I, A, I, A, I, M, I, A, M, A, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I. So you can see I'm just never repeating a finger in those upper voices. I'm always trying to alternate those fingers. That's pretty much it. Just don't repeat fingers and always alternate, and then you're safe. And when notes are really far apart, try to use thumb and the A finger, unless you're trying to avoid a repeat, and then you can use like M or something like that. That pretty much guides you through the piece. At the end, that chord I would just strum with the thumb. If you want, you can just arpeggiate it with the fingers, thumb, I, M, A. I forget what I did when I just played it, but you can do either one, thumb or if you want to get all 5 strings, you could do thumb, thumb, I, M, A. If you're a beginner player, you might have trouble like controlling that arpeggiation. So you might just want to use your thumb, but you could work on it as well. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson, and I'll be making more arrangements and video lessons for every single piece of sheet music on the site. So thanks very much.